Alright, so to sum up that previous map, we have seen some crazy plays coming out from ShaggyMcShag, especially Faster Cloud on his McCree. And yeah, they take the first point, which is a Koth map, and
generally, Tong's minions look quite shaky. Mainly because they didn't know how to deal with the McCree. And I think Genosia wasn't very flexible. On her Roadhog, and yeah, she wasn't able to swap to a Diva, which is generally like essential for when dealing with the McCree. The teamwork wasn't quite there, and then Ashwin was had a risky flank. Nobody called out the McCree was there, which probably cost them the fight and the game as well. Pretty unfortunate, but it's probably because it's the first time seeing pretty good McCree. So hopefully the next game you'll see them dealing with it effectively. Our next map is Hanamura.
It's a 2 control point map, and
2 CP. A lot of people hate 2 CP. I personally hate it as well
because you have to push through a death gate most of the time.
Things that are pretty effective in this area is Roadhog. What the fuck? Is Roadhog and Orisa is pretty effective as well. Junkrat when pushing through chokes, because you have to go through a choke as the offensive team. Soldier is pretty nice. Farah as well.
Where's the exit?
Mei is also pretty nice. Because you have to hold off the choke. So how you run things with the Mei is that once one person enters the choke, you just wall them off and just kill the person, and then they can't do anything else.
All right, so we'll see. ShaggyMcShag being the defensive team here first, and we'll see how they gonna hold their choke, and hopefully they don't choke here. And this will be the point that they'll be contesting for. This is the first point in the game, around the bell. Usually you see sometimes Lucio dancing around the bell like this, and yeah, trying to stay alive.
The one interesting about this is that Mora, chosen by Saberlord, is actually pretty effective here, because since it's like since you have to take control of the point, which is actually a close quarters, and then the orb will just bounce around everywhere, trying to heal and damage at the same time.
And the healing ability, she can spray in the area around her, in front of her, so any teammates in front of her is just gonna get healed very quickly. Alright, and we see that Tong's minion chose Farah, and she's trying to contest the soldier at the top ledge. Right, and she's pushing in without any support from any Mercy. It's a very good dive, but looks like the soldier is able to clear them out before they even get taken down. Primarily because of the support from the
Wait, what the? Wait, they actually got control of one tick. I'm actually pretty surprised. There's a pretty huge mistake by the blue team. By ShaggyMcShag.
And Soldier already has his ult now, and it's gonna be quite costly. And yeah, so what you see here is Soldier rocket boosting himself, rocket jumping himself onto a ledge that usually not many soldiers you see there.
Despite that, I think the dive was pretty sloppy. It shouldn't be the Diva that's going in first. It should be
the tactical visor goes up, clearing out 3 players. He's gonna clean up the monkey, and no, he's not gonna get him. He's gonna see if he can hunt the Farah, and he gets her.
Oh no.
It's gonna be costly because they get staggered, the team isn't spawning at the same time. So yeah, the team's gonna wait. Tong's minion's gonna wait for...
Fails the rocket jump.
Fails his rocket jump, it's okay. Mercy's gonna heal him up. You can see the out economy on ShaggyMcShag's team almost full out except for Soldier, we just used it. They're gonna jump on the Soldier instantly, not gonna be effective in picking him out. He is positioning himself very effectively before he...
Unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky there. But Mercy reses him instantly.
They just have to back off right now. They got the Valkyrie, they got the Earth Shatter, which I think is a pretty okay trade. They just need to wait for a sound barrier, which is on 80%. If he dies there,
And he's dead.
he's gonna stagger himself.
Okay, he's gonna rocket boost himself up here again to see if he can charge up his health.
They're not dealing with this DPS very effectively.
Yeah, just like the previous combat game, that's not dealt with this Soldier. D.Va comes in alone by herself before the rest of the team. They need to coordinate this more effectively. Farah is very, very low. Gonna get Tech Visor down.
The nano is a bit of a waste, but all in all,
He's cleaning out the team anyway. Oh, what a waste.
all in all, I think the dive is really sloppy, which is the reason why they're not able to deal with this Soldier.
Oh, Legend 727 is still inside the choke area. Goes down there. And we see actually Untong's minions having the better out economy now. They can use their ult to win the fight.
They have to win this fight. They're essentially 4 ults up, which is the reason why they should win this. The barrier should come down really soon. The barrier should come down right now.
Soldier needs this. Oh, Soldier gets taken out and rest again.
Oh no, are they losing this fight? Where's the barrage? Where's the barrage?
The barrage is here.
No.
He gets slammed by Reinhardt. No one is focusing the Soldier down. He's still having free reign. He's gonna kill all of them.
They can win this fight though.
He gets booked
Nice.
and he's down. And no one's there to contest. Camera is really slow in this game. Really needs to go faster. Oh, they're so close to contesting the point. They are staggering.
They have to go right now.
They are staggering the ShaggyMcShag. And they will probably get a point right here.
They have to speed boost and go right away because they're all being staggered right now.
And then Ryan is just gonna back off now. Back off to the second point. Likely they're gonna claim for the high ground, but they have no time for the Ryan to go back up.
The Mercy is down. They have to go in. They have to go in. This is your chance.
But we do see ShaggyMcShag has the better out advantage here. ShaggyMcShag is gonna pop their Soldier out. Soldier's gonna clean their house up. And yeah, the whole team's gonna get wiped right here.
I have no comments. They should have dived in, and once the technical visor was popped, the D.Va should have went up and dealt with
Yeah, the D.Va has to be alert of where the Soldier's position is. You can hear in Overwatch, you can hear where they shout their out usually, and then you know the position of where the guy is. So D.Va, you gotta be alert, man. Ashwin. Right, you can see Untong's minions trying to contest for the high ground here. In the high ground for Overwatch, it extends the advantage because you get to fire down at the enemies with good cover from the ground. Yeah, it's just like Star Wars where
oh no. He's gonna get teamed.
D.Va is gonna pop out there. Mercy still has out and Soldier is still up. They're gonna back off.
So just they have to back off right now.
Saberlord better not die there. It's gonna cost him his team some time. Neither is Junkrat's gonna. They are really messy. The team's gonna work on their communication.
I think the problem is the team composition is like neither a dive or a death ball. The Junkrat is not using. They're not working around the Junkrat very well because Junkrat is actually pretty effective in the 260.
So we see Genosia going for Tracer here. Let's see how effective Tracer gonna be. They're gonna contest for the high ground once again. Soldier Tech Visor gonna come out once again.
Oh
No, he gets denied by the Junkrat.
That's a very nice defense matrix coming there.
Let's see if the Junkrat can effectively put his wheel out.
You have to tire.
He can tire his. Oh, it's tired. It's a bit too late. Gonna take only the Junkrat out.
That was really late. He could have gotten 4 kills. I think.
Yeah, by now the Untong's minion's gonna get back and rest. Be respawned already.
He really got a bit greedy with the ultimate. He should have just used it on the moment that they won the fight, and he was the only one on the high ground.
Alright, so we see Faster Cut going back to his signature McCree. He's probably gonna hold his high ground here. If enemies push up, he can just drop down and get his team to support him with the D.Va.
There's a roll coming out from the Untong's minions. Pretty weird. Because they have to deal with the McCree from like mid range.
Yeah, as a McCree player, I love Roadhogs in opponent team. It's a free out charger for you. Look at that, free out charge once again. He's just taking down that Roadhog. Lucio goes down, Roadhog goes down. Whole team is gonna.
They have to back off right
crumbling.
now.
They have no time to They have no time to go back. That's their last push probably.
They can have one more push if he wasn't staggered like that.
And ShaggyMcShag has 3 out to hold their point for the next. One last push from Untong's minions.
Jam should have swapped to a Winston because
Winston will be able to die faster in this.
Oh, the nano goes down. There's no nano for them. They have to go in. Oh no.
Oh no, they do not push hard enough for them.
They were all very scared to die and go in the point.
And D.Va just cleans them up with her.
They should just gone in.
And they're gonna switch sides right now. You're gonna see how ShaggyMcShag is gonna use their advantage to push Untong's minions to their limits. Whoa, don't fly through the wall there, camera. Okay, we see Faster Clark probably gonna be on the Tracer. She's quite effective on this first point because she is highly mobile, be able to get behind your opponents and then
there are a lot of flanking routes in this area because the map is like pretty big for a 2CP map. Flanking is pretty easy for Tracer in this area. It's like you can just jump off this ledge, or you can just go through them and then go to the right side. It will be pretty interesting how they deal with this defense because it seems like a complete dive for ShaggyMcShag.
ShaggyMcShag, they go for the Zarya. Most likely they're gonna fly the D.Va in and shoot her with the Zarya bubble. And it's gonna be a challenge. We see a Bastion run on.
This will be quite difficult because they have a D.Va and they're diving one person, and that person will likely be a Bastion. Unless they're healing him properly and peeling for the Bastion properly, the Bastion is likely the first one to die in this team fight, first team fight, and subsequently.
If the Bastion is able to gun down maybe 1 or 2, it'll be good trade for them. The Zarya is gonna take the opportunity to gain her outcharge from just burning the D.Va down from the laser beam. And let's see how they're gonna play this out.
You will see now I see flanking.
Bastion's not setting up at all right here now. He's gonna wait until they come in to set up his. He's gonna set up first. No one's going down.
No one is peeling for the Bastion right now.
And Tracer is gonna go down because D.Va is protecting his.
Nice. That's a very nice flashbang.
Bastion. And yeah, we see ShaggyMcShag having to back off round.
That saved the fight. If the Bastion died there, the offensive would have the respawn timing advantage because they will come out first, and the fight will start at 6-5.
Untong's minions still holding out the choke point. And Ryan uses his ult right there. See if it's effective, but it's not. Bastion's gonna out here. They're just gonna push that choke. taking out the Zara, taking out the Tracer on McCree. I see a rest coming out from Mercy. They did not take the opportunity to clean Mercy.
I guess it's pretty okay for them. You see a Widow that's coming out from the side of ShaggyMcShag. But the Widow wouldn't be as effective because the Reinhardt's shield is not penetrable. And likely the passive will be behind the Reinhardt shield.
Oh, the Mercy might be in trouble here if he doesn't hide well.
They know that they have a Widow.
Oh, yeah.
This is very smart from them. They're staying behind the terrain so that the Widow won't have like a opportunity to shoot him.
Zara is gonna try and out down. He kills the Mercy. And the D.Va bomb cleans out the aura from this guy. Let's see if Master Clark is gonna clean out anyone from out of the map, out of the point. And D.Va seems very low there.
Free shooting. The Ryan should be able to.
He's guarding his team.
Yeah.
D.Va is D-Mac and goes back on Mac right now.
Oh,
Bastian
no.
gets killed. D.Va gets killed before he does any significant damage. And they're gonna clean up the point right now.
Oh, there's a Valkyrie that's coming out. The Widow's in trouble right now. He fails the jump. The hook shot.
Okay.
They should the red team should be able to hold this. Oh, but you see a grab coming out. Only carries one person, but that's a healer. It's pretty important. Swooping on.
Oh, and Mercy is gonna go down to Zarya there. And the stun comes out from Ryan.
Whoa, that's very.
And finally, Tong's minions managed to hold down that point.
That's
still no points captured for ShaggyMcShag.
That's very lucky for the red team because they did not only did they defend the point, but they didn't let the opponent get a single cap from it.
But Ryan seems to go back for that pickup of his Mercy. He shared in the D.Va's drop. I think it will be faster because D.Va can boost herself. We see Faster Club going back to his comfortable McCree. Flashbangs the Ryan. Trying to take out the Mercy, misses all his shots. So difficult to hit that thin finger of Mercy. Trying to get Lucio.
The Lucio is away from the team. Let's self the drop coming out. That is one person, which is the Pharah, the DPS, pretty important.
You see the Mercy popping her out here, trying to res her team. Reses
the barrier should come out right now.
Oh, and the barrier and the slam down from Ryan. Bastian and Lucio goes down. They have no answer.
Nice smart strike.
Do they have an answer to this? Cleaning out the point and Tong minions takes game 2.
Pretty unfortunate. At the last fight, the ShaggyMcShag's Lucio Silank.
Yeah, Silank.
Had the sound barrier, which should have stayed team, but he didn't have it. Or maybe he just got it with all in all, I think it's a pretty close game. Tong's minions looked pretty shaky at first when they weren't able to dive the soldier effectively, but in the end they come out with the win.
They came out with very solid defense. Although they were actually gonna start losing that point, they managed to hold on to it, and yeah, they take back game 2. And
it's a 1-1 right now.
Now it's gonna be 1-1, and gonna go for the deciding round for that 1 point lead in the scoreboard.
Actually pretty fun match. Faster Clock, really impressive player as a DPS.